Brooklyn, which is also known as Little Poland for its large Polish community. Pierogi has been the cornerstone of Eastern European comfort food. Today, we will be trying some pierogies and exploring the Polish culture of Greenpoint.
Greenpoint has the second largest Polish population in America. Polish immigrants started moving to America in the early 19th century. The jobs at that time consisted of working on the docks or inside factories. From pencil factories to oil refineries, the neighborhood was once home to manufacturers who attracted blue-collar immigrant workers. In the 80s and 90s, there was an influx of Polish immigrants moving into Greenpoint to escape the 1981 martial law declared in Poland. Soon after, Polish shops, churches, bakeries, restaurants, and banks started to open up, and Greenpoint gained its nickname, Little Poland. The town and its people have experienced drastic changes over the last decade. So, I went to a 27-year-old local Polish restaurant to learn about the Polish food, culture, and the changes that the restaurant has seen over the years.
Every single house in Poland, since then when I was born and later on, of course, every single mom was doing pierogi at home. And that's how, we know mom and grandma.
That is so precious.
If you are cooking more like at home, people like it because, you are preparing like for yourself. And that's how is our kitchen. Our kitchen is like home. We're preparing like we learn to cook or, whatever experience we had or the cooks which I have in the kitchen, and they are professional from Poland, and we are cooking like at home. How we are doing pierogies? Of course, first we have to prepare a dough, which is flour with hot water, with egg, with a little bit salt, a little bit butter, and stuffing for the pierogies. We have different stuffings. But one of the most popular is potato cheese pierogi. Mm-hmm. And, we are preparing this with potatoes and farmer cheese and fried onion. And, of course, spices and everything. And, when the stuffing is ready, we are, doing the process of making those pierogies. In Poland, we were eating more boiled pierogies, but of course you can fry them too, and they are very tasty.
So Greenpoint was known as Little Poland in like the early 2000s. How has it changed over the years that you've been here?
Of course, the Greenpoint it's more expensive right now, and that's why people like Polish people who used to live mostly here, they move a little bit to different cheaper neighborhoods like Ridgewood, Middle Village, some New Jersey, which is cheaper houses and apartments are cheaper over there. And that's we start to have different people, different nationality, mostly of course American. We have now more professional people who are working mostly in Manhattan, and they can afford this high rents and and different living. Yeah, we had more stores, Polish stores, more things which like agency, because it was much more people, Polish people here that time.
Right.
A lot of tourists, a lot of people who were working. They need some help with everything, like with papers, with driver license, and that's we had a lot of agency. We still have, but not that many stores like used to.
Yeah. So do you think how has the Polish, because there are a lot of Polish bakeries and restaurants in Greenpoint, how has that affected when the Polish community moved out of Greenpoint? Do you think did you see Polish things shutting down because of that?
Some of them, yes, but it doesn't mean because of Polish people. But some people like me, I'm 27 years in the business. Probably in some time, I will or sell it or close this business because I'm not gonna work anymore. And that's how it happened with some businesses, like stores or some restaurants which are closed since many years. But we have still something. Pancakes.
Well, last question. These pictures are so amazing. We wanted to know, are these is this your family or are these?
No, they are, people who visit, mostly who visiting restaurant. It's a lot of singers because I am fan of opera singer, and I have very close friends who are very top opera singers. Plus, actresses, actors who were here, and I invite them for some dinner or something.
That's amazing. This is so. I had the sheer pleasure of meeting Christina and learning about pierogi and the changes that have come to Greenpoint.
We even got to meet Agnes, a Greenpoint local and one of Christina's regulars. We couldn't talk to Agnes because she only spoke Polish, but she did get ready for the camera and gifted us a song.
Greenpoint's biggest problem had been the oil spills from the oil refineries in the neighborhood since the 70s. The oil spills led to contamination of the soil, which resulted in toxic gases rising in the atmosphere and polluting the air. Around mid-2000s, the New York State started environmental cleanup in Greenpoint. The neighborhood slowly started to transform as new businesses began moving in. Now Greenpoint's local businesses are converting to artisanal cheese shops and craft beer stores. Average rent in Greenpoint has risen over 70% as lofts and luxury apartments begin to appear. The soaring rents have driven out most of the Polish community. Greenpoint's environmental problem has been fixed and has made the neighborhood more environment friendly, but the changes brought along expensive businesses with it, which drove out the people who've been living here for generations.
Soon, the Polish community that is left in Greenpoint too will disappear, and with it, neighborhood's nickname, Lil Poland.